Okay, so recently I've been trying out OpenAI's Codex and I was able to build a fully working escrow based marketplace with the help of Codex. So I use Django on the back end, React on the front end, and Paystack for payment. So in this video, I'll be showing you guys a complete demo on how this marketplace works. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so right now I'll be showing you how this application works. And if you check closely, this is a live version of the application. This is the deployed version. I'll be dropping the link in this video's description. You'll be having the URL so you can check it out for yourself. And I'll also be linking the source code in this video's description. So right now, how does the escrow platform works? I'm going to show you right now. So I'm going to sign in with my existing account, and it's called Clinsman. So I'm signing currently. So here is my dashboard, right, as a user. So as a user, you can be a buyer and also a seller. So right now, this is my buyer's dashboard. I can view my escrows. I can also view the disputes I have kind of opened, right? And over here, this is my seller dashboard over here. So as a seller, I currently have 4 listings. I currently have 4 services published. And here are the services. So now, right here, here is my seller's profile. You understand? So I render these services. You understand? So I help with website optimization. I also help with database optimization. I also help my clients with e-commerce setup and also API integration. So these are the services I render. You understand? So someone can come to purchase what I do. You understand, right? So I'm going to open a different browser, open my Chrome browser and log in as a different user. So on Firefox, we have Clinton logged in and these are his services. So on Chrome, I'll log in with a different user's account, right? So the website URL is app.mycode. So don't mind my domain name. That's what I currently have. You get, so I used what I have for the domain. Don't mind, so don't look at the domain name. You get, so I'm going to log in now as Obafemi. Enter. Hope I got it right. Yeah, I got it right. So here is Obafemi's dashboard. Also, as I said before, you can be a buyer. You can be a buyer and also a seller. So yeah, these are Obafemi's services. So Femi is a designer, while Clinton is a developer. So right now we want to buy each other's services, right? So here's how it works. So I'll open this, click on it. So this is Clinton's service. You can see the seller is Clinton. So I can decide to want to buy my own service, but it won't work. You can see now it says here you can't buy your own service. Okay, so as a seller, you can't purchase your own service. You understand? So that's how it works. So back here to so here is Obafemi's profile. This is Obafemi's page. You understand? Yeah. So how do I know that? If you go down to the dashboard, you can see you have Obafemi. This is his name. Obafemi wants to purchase some services from Clinton, right? So he has to go over to the marketplace. So you can see some services here. So right now he needs an e-commerce setup. You understand? So Clinton is currently the seller. So he opens it. So he's trying to purchase Clinton's services, right? So what do you do? So what you do is this now. You start an escrow. You click on the start escrow button. When you do that, you have to pay the fee. The fee is currently 256,000 naira. You understand? So you have to pay for the fee. When you pay for it, the platform owes the money. You understand? The platform is called Escrow Trust. The platform will owe the money. You understand? So let's pay for this fee. We pay for it now. So as Obafemi, I'm trying to pay for Clinton's services. I need him to help me with an e-commerce setup. So I'm trying to pay the fee he attached to his service. So right now I'll pay for it. So I'm using Paystack for the payments. Currently, this is Paystack test version. I am using the test version because this is a tutorial. Hope you understand. So we pay the fee that Clinton wants, which is 250K. Right, we're going to pay the fee. So yeah, so we've made the payments, right? It's been paid for, so I can view the details. So right now we've paid the fee, and the platform is the one holding the money. You understand? So I, the buyer, remember, Femi is the buyer. I can release the funds to the seller once I am satisfied with what I've gotten from Clinton. Remember, Femi is the buyer. He bought Clinton's services. You understand? And the platform owes the money. You understand? The platform owes the money. The platform serves as the middleman. You understand? So when Clinton is done rendering his services, I can decide to release the funds to Clinton, and Clinton will receive the money and then also withdraw the money to his bank account. That is how it works. So on Clinton's end, so I'm going to go over to Clinton's end right now. So over to my dashboard as Clinton. So if I click here on escrow activity, click on it. So right now I can see that someone has purchased my service, right? I can check it out. I can see that Femi purchased my service. He wants me to set up it. He wants me to set up an e-commerce site for him. So right now I can get to work because currently my service has been funded. You understand? So once I am done, Femi is meant to release the funds to me. So now let's assume I am done with the e-commerce setup. So as Femi can click or come over here and then release the funds. So we are asking, are you sure you want to release this funds to the seller? Yes, release the funds. So right now the funds has been released to Clinton. You understand? So Femi is satisfied with what Clinton did. He is satisfied with Clinton's services. So he released the funds to Clinton. So Clinton can come back here, he can come back here and see that yes, he has been paid. The money has gotten to him. You understand? So as Clinton, I can withdraw these funds to my bank account. So over here, I have to input my bank details. I'm going to enter my bank code. So I'm going to input some random numbers there, put in my name, Clinton, and then save bank details. So over here, I have you can see over here, this is the payout that was done by Femi. I can view it and then withdraw to my account. That is how it works. Currently, it's not. If I click on withdraw, execute payouts, you can see throw an error because my bank code and account number, I just inputted an invalid stuff there. That's why I threw this error. You understand? So that's how it works. Now, as a seller, you upload what you do. You can see over here, you add what you do, you publish what you do. And as a buyer, I can come on board, and then if I'm interested in what you do, I can decide to purchase your services. The platform will hold the money. And when you are done with your service, when you are done rendering your services, the buyer is going to release the funds to you. That is how it works, right? So right now I've showed you guys the happy side. So let's go and see the sad parts. So right now I'm currently logged in as Clinton. Over to the marketplace. I want to purchase some services. I want Femi to design. I want to do some brand design, and I need Femi's services. What do? I'm going to start an escrow. Click on the start button. An escrow has been created, so I have to pay for this escrow. Once this is paid for, Femi is going to know that I am serious. You understand? So I'm going to pay for this. So right now the escrow has been paid for. You understand? So I've paid for the escrow. So on Femi's end, you can come on board now, click on escrow activities. Femi can see that Clinton has funded his service, has funded what he can see that Clinton has funded his service, right? So right now, Femi can get to work. You understand? So let's assume Femi is done working, he's done rendering his services, and Clinton refused to release the funds. Remember, the platform holds the funds. So let's assume Femi is done with his services, but Clinton refused to release the funds. So what would so right now as Femi, I am going to raise a dispute. I'm going to raise a dispute now. I'm going to say I rendered my services. So Clinton as Femi, so Femi can raise a dispute, right? I rendered my services, but the funds have not been released to me by the buyer. Submit your disputes. So right now, Femi has submitted the dispute, right? So the admin has to come on board and do his own job. So right now, I'm going to log in as the admin. I'm going to open my third browser and log in as the admin. Okay, so right now, I'm going to log in as the admin. So here's the admin credentials. So as the admin now, I can resolve dispute, right? So remember, Femi raised a dispute. He opened the dispute saying that he has rendered his services, but the buyer, Clinton, has refused to release the funds. Remember, the platform owes the money, right? So as the admin, I can come on board, right? Check out the disputes. So we have a dispute here. The buyer is Clinton. The buyer is Clinton. Why the seller is Femi? So as the admin, I'm going to do my findings, do my investigation to make sure that Femi is saying the truth. So as the admin, I can resolve this myself, right, by deciding to release the money to the seller. You understand? I can release the funds. I can release the money to the seller as the admin. So click on the button and then release funds. The funds will get released to Femi. You understand? And over to Femi's end. Here is Femi's end. We can refresh this page now to see that the dispute has been resolved. Let's see. So right now I can see now Femi. Now I can see that you can see over here the money has been released to Femi. You understand? It has been released to Femi. That's good. So we also have where the admin can come on board to resolve issues. Hope you understand. So if we refresh this page, let's see. This is Clinton's end. You can see now also on Clinton's end, the money has been released to the seller, and that is Femi. You understand? Over to the marketplace. Over to the marketplace now. Even as a buyer, you can also request a refund, right? So right now, I want to purchase this is Clinton's dashboard. Yeah. So I want to purchase one of Femi's services. So right now, I need Femi to help me with some product design. So I'm going to start the escrow. So right now, I am going to fund the escrow. So funding an escrow simply tells the seller that yes, this buyer is actually serious with purchasing my services. You understand? So we'll fund it. Remember, when you fund the escrow, the money is held by the platform. So right now, the escrow has been funded and the money is held by the platform escrow trust. You understand? So let's assume, remember now Clinton is the buyer, and over here we have Femi. Click on escrow activity. You will see that yes, you can see now Clinton, you can see now Femi has a new gig. You can see now Clinton already funded the service. So now it's left for Femi to render the service. Let's assume Femi refused to render his service, or let's assume that Femi did not deliver up to expectation. As a buyer, you can decide to you can request a refund. As a buyer, you can come on board and then drop your complaint. You can raise a dispute or you can request a refund. You understand? So now, while requesting a refund, you have to put in your reason. I could just say, I didn't get what I expected. I did not get what I expected. So I'm going to submit my refund request. So now you can see now right now we have a dispute created. You understand? So as a buyer, I have already opened the disputes. So the admin can come on board and then check out the disputes. You can see now we have an open dispute up here. Cleansing open the disputes. You understand? And the complaint is I did not get what I expected. It was raised by Clinton. I didn't get what I expected. The admin has to verify, he has to investigate. And once the admin is done with investigation, he can resolve the dispute by refunding the buyer. He has to refund the buyer, process refund, and the buyer gets refunded. You understand? So that's how it works. So right now it says the error message here says refund is not successful yet. That's true because refund has to be pending, and once it's pending, it has to move from pending to processed, and from processed to successful. So it is not yet successful; it is being processed. I'm going to confirm this refund to you guys. I'm going to go over to my Paystack dashboard. Paystack dashboard right now and show you that the refund was actually made. So here's my Paystack dashboard. This money you see here, so these funds you see here are from the transactions I've been doing on this platform. Remember, this is my Paystack test account. So as for the refund, here's the refund. You can see now, I processed a refund now as the admin. I tried refunding. What's today's date? 22nd. I tried refunding cleansing. I think that was 200,000 naira. You can see it over here. I tried refunding cleansing and it was recorded on Paystack. And currently the refund is currently pending. So after a while, it's gonna move from pending to processing and then to successful. You understand? So what we have here is a fully working escrow based marketplace powered by Django on the back end, React on the front end, and Paystack for payments. You understand? So this works in real time. So once I switch over from my test account to the live account, we are going to have real money transactions going on. Hope you understand. So here's the escrow based system. You can, as for you now, you can explore it by yourself. The link to this live application will be in this video's description. So the only dummy part I have here is these activities. This is the only dummy part of the application. So I did not work on this. It's kind of skipped my mind. I was meant to make this dynamic, make it real, because currently this is static. But as for every part of this application, it is fully working. You can try it out yourself. The source code will be linked in this video's description. Here's the source code. We have the back end, we have the front end, and I was able to build this with Codex. Codex has been amazing. So I've been using anti-gravity for a while. So I've tried Codex. I love Codex. These are great tools. Codex has generous limits. It's wonderful, fantastic. So check out the application and let me know what you think about it in the comments. So here is my escrow-based marketplace. So I'd love to hear your thought about it. So see you in the next video. Stay blessed and bye-bye.